Hi guys, Brian here. Welcome back to 40 Feet of Fame, the story of Hollywood's most famous sidewalk. In this episode, we're going to be dealing with 12 to 14 stars. We are, as you can see, I'm at Gower here behind me here, and we last left off on the north side. Here we are, actually right here with, there she is, there's Lucy. Oh, there's Lucy. So we left off with Lucy. So we're going to start from Lucy, we're going to go down here, well, here we go. So let's have a little fun, let's learn a little something, and enjoy 40 Feet of Fame. So we left off, we left Lucy, hi Lucy, and we come over here to Lee Remick. Now Lee Remick along this part is not one of the original people to get a star on the Walk of Fame. Lee Remick got her a star on January, February, March, April 29th of 91. You might know her from, by the way, her first movie, her debut was Liza Kazan's Face in the Crowd, an amazing Andy Griffith movie, if you ever get a chance to see it. But she did, mostly known for Anatomy for a Murder and Days of Wine and Roses. God, I hated her in that movie. She was so good, I hated her. But that's Lee Remick, born, by the way, just so you know, born in Quincy, Massachusetts. Next up is the great Loretta Young. Now here's the thing about Loretta. Loretta's one of those people that got a star originally, but she got two of them at the same time. She got one, this one is for film. She won a Best Actress Award for The Farmer's Daughter in 1948. And she has one for television over across the street, actually, over by in front of Funko. We'll get to that a little later on. Her first movie, by the way, she was 3 years old when she made her first film, and when she was like 5 years old or 8 years old, she was in The Chic with Rudolph Valentino. She had a TV show, a long-running TV show, the Loretta Young Show. She won 3 Emmy Awards for that, for God's sake. And then she took a break. Well, maybe not then, maybe it was before that. But she took a break, and she was nice enough to go to Europe. And when she came back, she's so nice, she'd adopted a young lady by the name of Judy Lewis. Well, actually, Clark Gable was the father, but that's not the point. But she's very Catholic, she's a very interesting person. She's also quite cute, if I may be so bold. Next up is, you'll notice this next one is empty. The question was raised, and I don't know if I addressed it before. The reason why some of these are empty is when they originally put down the first, 1,522, however many it was, the beginning, they wanted uniformity to go between here and Sycamore. So they had them set up, and then they would fill them in later on as they go along. So some of these just haven't been filled in yet, but others are just, that's just how they are. They wanted uniformity for the whole thing, and then they would fill things in as they go along. So that's why this one is empty. Next up is Will Hayes. Will Hayes, he's the guy that did the Hays Code, the filming censorship thing. Now the thing about him was, first of all, he ran Warren Gamaliel Harding's, he was his Warren Gamaliel Harding's campaign manager. Warren Gamaliel Harding was a shitty president. He hired a lot of his friends to be in cabinet posts, and he lied a lot. He just did a lot. Warren Gamaliel Harding was just a really lousy president. And then he made his campaign manager postmaster general. And then he got a job after the Fatty Arbuckle thing. He got paid $100,000 a year to leave the postmaster general job and to run the motion picture producers and distributors, and he came up with the Hays Code because they wanted to clean up movies at the time. As you can see, the next one is blank as well. This is Sigmund Lubin. It's for film. Now Sigmund Lubin, he was an optician in Philadelphia, and he had this fascination with the first time he saw one of Edison's cameras and film thingies. So as an optician, he just became fascinated with it and began doing things. He began making his own cameras and things like that. And then he began making his own movies as well. He's one of the original ones that get the star. You can see this next one is blank as well. Anita Page. Here's the thing about Anita Page. Anita Page, she was like a baby Peggy, baby Marie, one of those kind of young actresses. But later on, in 1929, she got 10,000 pieces of fan mail a week, and it was second only to Greta Garbo at the time. She got over 100 marriage proposals from Benito Mussolini alone. I don't know why that fascinates me. She was known as the most beautiful woman in Hollywood. A lot of them go by that. You know, you come and go, there's the most beautiful this, most beautiful that. But she was also one of the ones known as the most beautiful woman in Hollywood. Next up is the amazing Carmen Dragon. Carmen Dragon, for those of you who don't know, he got this star on September the 7th of '89. Carmen Dragon, this is Dragon of Daryl Dragon, Tony and Tennille, the Captain's Neil. This is the Captain's dad. He was a conductor for many years, 10 years at least that I know of, at the Hollywood Bowl. He did a lot of recordings at the Hollywood Bowl. He also did the soundtrack for Invasion of the Body Snatchers, which I thought was kind of cool. So there you go, Carmen Dragon. Lynn Barry, the great Lynn Barry. I just recently saw her. She was known as the woo-woo girl. She had this incredibly perfect figure. And she's been in a number of some of the noir stuff that Beverly and I have been watching lately. She's got 2 stars. And one is for television, one is for film. Her second husband was Sid Luft, who was not a very nice man. That was Judy Garland's ex-husband as well. But she did a lot of film and television. She was born in Roanoke, Virginia. Her name was Margaret Fisher. Margaret Fisher. The next star, as you can see, is Blank. Then you got Dick Haymes. One of my favorite jokes in MASH is the guy that wants a nose job, and Hawkeye asked him. Dick Haymes had this cute little turned up nose. He said, "You want the Dick Haymes look?" He was a singer. He would have gotten with big bands and things like that. But Harry James and people like some people got in a little bit ahead of him. He was a marvelous singer. He did a lot of radio. He has 2 stars, one for recording over on Vine Street, and this one here, which is for radio. On the Town, which is a great movie, but mostly watch him in a movie called State Fair with Gene Crane. State Fair is a marvelous film, and Gene Crane's a marvelous actress. The next one you can see is Blank. The one after this is the amazing Ralph Bellamy. Now, Ralph Bellamy has 2 stars on the Walk of Fame. Ralph Bellamy is a lot of different history for a lot of different reasons. This star is for radio. He's got one for radio. He got them both on the same day, by the way. He's got one for radio and one for television. Mostly he's known for The Creator, which started off as a radio show, of a show called Truth or Consequences. And then he was also the creator of This Is Your Life. Next star you can see is Blank. And then we come down to the amazing Rock Hudson. Now, Rock Hudson, Roy Shearer Jr., was born in Winnetka, Illinois. He got the name, by the way, an agent gave him a name. He was from the Rock of Gibraltar and the Hudson River. I thought that was kind of interesting. But here's my favorite thing about Rock Hudson. I mean, I loved his movies, anything he did with Doris Day and all that stuff. I mean, it's a shame he had to live in the life he had to live because of you couldn't be out back then. But anyway, he's still a marvelous actor. But this is the cool part. And I wrote this down because I want to make sure. He went to a school called New Trier Township High School East, which is the same school that Anne Margaret, Charlton Heston, Ralph Bellamy, Hugh O'Brien, and Bruce Dern all went to, which I thought that was just really, really fascinating. I don't know what's in the water there, but holy crap, that's amazing. And last but not least, the great William Selig. Now, William Selig, he did, first of all, he was a lot of firsts. This is serious Hollywood history right here. William Selig created Selig Polyscope. He was a director. He also had the largest private zoo in the world over there, what became Lincoln Park. He directed the very first Wizard of Oz in 1910. He created the very first cliffhanger serial series with a thing called The Adventures of Catherine. And also the first permanent studio in Los Angeles, which was the Selig Polyscope. So over in Lincoln Park, which the zoo there, that's where they had Leo the Lion from MGM and stuff like that. So that's this section. We're going to end here. Next one, we start here with Raymond Griffith, Yvonne DiCarlo, and we'll talk about the history of the Fonda Theater, the Music Box Theater. But coming to you from 40 Feet of Fame, Hollywood's most famous sidewalk. You guys enjoy. Thanks very much, and see you next time. Talk to you later. Bye.